What's up guys, it's Jordan. The other day I got a comment on a video asking about rhabdo or rhabdomyolysis. Essentially what it is if you're training in high heat, extreme environments and you're feeling dehydrated and you're doing high intensity exercise, there's a potential that your muscle can break down and some of the proteins are unable to be processed in your liver and it gives you dark urine. It's not a good situation you want to be in. So it got me thinking about hydration in general. Obviously, you guys know you need to drink water. The recommendation for anyone is around 8 glasses a day. My personal goal is to shoot for 1 gallon of water a day. Even if I don't get the full gallon in, I'm still doing pretty well. However, when you're doing high intensity training, when you're doing sprint intervals, HIIT cardio, you are sweating, you are drenched. Your body is flushing out all those salts and electrolytes that you need to help you perform during that exercise. You need to replace that somehow. You need to drink something with added electrolytes. Tons of options on the market today. You've got Gatorade, Powerade, vitamin water, all those things. Personally, I don't want to buy a bunch of bottles of that. I don't want the added sugars that are included. One of my favorite hydration aids is something called LMNT. It's essentially a packet of salts, various sodiums that you shake into a 16-ounce bottle of water and you can sip that as you work out. It replenishes those electrolytes and it's great stuff. However, it's like $1.50 for a single pack for one 16-ounce bottle of water. I'm just not with it. But there's good news. You can make your own version of it. I've actually been making a blend for about 3 years now, and I figured I'd share it with you today. What you're gonna need is just a gallon of water. This is just a gallon jug with a sleeve on it. I fill it with tap water out of the sink. You need a 1 tablespoon measuring scoop, and I like to have a funnel. I'm gonna pop the lid off, drop the funnel in, and let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna start with is Himalayan pink salt. This is gonna give us the sodium that we need. When we add a little sodium, our cells are able to swell and absorb more water, so we're able to hydrate better and help us clear out those toxins. So I just pop the lid, just get a level scoop of Himalayan pink right into the jug. That's it. Next up, food grade Epsom salt. Don't get the stuff that you soak your feet in like Dr. Teal's. That's not food grade. You want food grade Epsom salt. I'll link all this stuff in the description so you can find it on Amazon pretty easily. Epsom salt has magnesium and it just helps fuel that high intensity performance when we're training hard. So again, 1 single level scoop of Epsom salt. Next up, we've got potassium chloride. You can see here, this is Bulk Supplements brand. If you are looking for potassium chloride in the grocery store, it's no salt is what it is, the brand no salt. It's the same kind of stuff. We need 2 scoops for a 1 gallon jug. 1 level scoop, 2 scoops. All right. And finally, no, this is not what you think it is. Unfortunately, I threw away the original packaging. This is just a simple box of Arm & Hammer baking soda. Keep it in here to keep it fresh and keep the moisture out. Just like with the potassium chloride, we're going with 2 teaspoons. 1. And 2. Baking soda gives you bicarbonates. Bicarbonates help to offset some of the acidity that builds up in your muscles during high intensity exercise. It just means that it'll reduce some of the fatigue and it can help you push through longer and harder without that lactic acid buildup. That is actually an ingredient that LMNT does not have, so it's kind of a bonus thing that I add to fuel my own performance. So now, everything's been added. Cap it off, shake it up. You want to let this sit for about 30 minutes. The Himalayan pink salt and Epsom salt have dense grains, so you want to give it time for those salt grains to break down and actually dissolve in the water so it goes through. And that's all it is to it. So now I've got a gallon worth of a do-it-yourself electrolyte drink that costs me basically nothing. Let's take a look. This will probably last me a year and a half. This will last me about a year. This typically is enough for about 6 months. And then same with the baking soda, it's about 6 months worth. So we're talking 2 boxes of this, $1 each, $2, $4 times 2, that's about $8. So we're at 10, 15, so now at 25, and then another 20. We're talking $45 for probably a year or more of a sports drink that has none of the added sugar. It has none of the additional additives just to make the color look the way you want, like the red drink or the blue drink. None of that stuff. I know your next question is probably, Jordan, you just put a bunch of salt in a gallon jug. What could that possibly taste like? Have you ever played basketball, football, any sport, got really sweaty, and some of the sweat got on your lip and you tasted it and you said, salty? That's what this tastes like. It tastes like sweat. It almost tastes exactly like sweat. You know why? Because it's basically sweat. We sweat out the salts. We're gonna put those salts right back in our body. This is almost a 1-for-1 copy of LMNT. I'll put either on the screen or in the description a side-by-side comparison. As I said, the only difference is that you get added bicarbonates by putting baking soda in here. It's honestly not much sodium for a full gallon jug, but as I said before, your cells will be able to absorb more water. So you need to drink more fresh water. So don't just guzzle this all day, obviously. You wanna take everything in moderation, right? So drink it during your workouts, just like you would a Gatorade or a Powerade, but be sure to drink plenty of fresh water because your body's ready for it. It's gonna prime your body to allow you to take in more water. You wanna be soft and pliable. You want your muscles to have that good elasticity. It'll help reduce injury. It will prevent things like rhabdo and other dehydration related side effects. And it'll just let you push as hard as you know you can. I hope this helps. This is just something I do. I'm certainly not saying there's anything objectively wrong with off-the-shelf products. If you just want to buy Gatorade, just buy Gatorade. It's cool. But if you want to save a ton of money, cut out all that added stuff that you don't need, and just have something simple to keep your workouts going, this is a good option. If you haven't found a program that's right for you, be sure to visit steelrings.store. You can download any of my 4-week programs for as little as $0. Just type in 0 and download them. I want to see you guys get to work. Do the training, eat whole nutritious foods, fuel your body and fuel your training properly so that you can get the most out of the time you spend in the gym, on the trails, wherever you train. My name is Jordan. I've been training for over 20 years. I've worked with some of the most knowledgeable people in the fitness industry, and we all agree on the same thing. Just move. Just get outside and start doing stuff. Be safe, be healthy, be active. I love you guys. Please like this video if you found something helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Watch one of the videos at the end if you want to learn more about my Steel Rings philosophies and training programming, and I'll see you in the next one.